our talk show where you talk and we listen, where you're empowered and motivated. And our next speaker, our next guest tonight is Mr. Marvin Edgar, someone I met a couple months ago this year, someone who has inspired my life personally, and he's a great personality. He has a genuine passion for people, he cares, and he has just pure, genuine love for people and their growth and development. Without further ado, please welcome Mr. Marvin Edgar to the show.
Mr. Edgar.
Drum roll, drum roll.
The people are not, the people are not clapping. But that's okay. That's okay. Mr. Edgar, welcome to the show. I can imagine your belly must have born you because you have been waiting, and I recently heard that you have another engagement. All right, so let us go straight into the talk with you. I met you in March. I think it was in, we met in late March, and we met over a Zoom, this very same platform, because you have a strategy going where many people have been so motivated and many people have been empowered to become the best version of themselves. And it's a financial strategy that you bring to the table. And I must say that even me, being a part of your school, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Marvin Edgar is the founder and CEO for tradbyme.com, which is Forex trading. If you saw the flyer, then you would have saw all that there that I put out. And he is also a certified Forex trader. So he is no hurry come up, try a thing person. He's a well-oiled engine. And he as well has made tremendous success from this platform. So I couldn't help, because in this time of COVID-19, people are home, people need a second income, people need opportunities to, deal with bills and to get along with our well-being. So Mr. Edgar, I want to first ask you, what inspired you to start this hello?
I don't know if we've lost Mr. Morgan again.
Yes, Mr. Edgar, are you there?
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Thank you very much. Right. Yes. So I want to ask you, what motivated you to start this platform? First, just tell me a little bit about your background. What drew you to accomplish this certification?
I need to take a deep. When you talk about my background, you're talking about a whole book. A whole book.
And I'm not going to ask you about the entire background, because I know your story, and I know that it's a lot, and it's a whole book. So I just tell us about just oh, my mother is over there killing me. All right, so just tell me about your acquiring your certification in Forex trading.
I want to tell you about that, but first I think that you need to know about what has motivated me before I even continue. Ladies and gentlemen, good night, and it's a pleasure to be here. I've been here twirling toes and biting, and every single time the internet leaves out of Hanover and come to Kingston. And I know that it have to leave Kingston to go back down there. Like, Jesus.
Oh my
I
God.
hope it reaches Hanover fast.
Oh my.
But
You,
I am delighted. Um,
you're not changed. That's
I'm,
true.
I'm, I'm delighted to be here, ladies and gentlemen. But you know, for me, in a nutshell, growing up, you know, uh, everything started out fine. You know, mother, father, my siblings, and then my father was a police officer and happened to have been in a bar one day,
Wow.
and there was a bar fight. And as a police officer, I think the man was taking out his knife to stab him. He pulled his firearm, shot the man. The shot flew through the man's shoulder and killed a woman. And
Wow.
the woman was also pregnant. And that left from everything being normal to everything just went downhill. My mother told me
Marvin,
that
yes, something moving on my belly a while ago.
yeah, it was serious. And I mean, the court went on for about 11 years. I understand. And I was actually at the trial, and when he was sentenced to 4 years in prison, for manslaughter was the final call. And of course, manslaughter, as you know, it means unintentional killing. Now, that happened in 1994 when he was sentenced. And I remember, for me as a little boy, I watched my mother walk for miles. And I always talk about what we in Jamaica call the collarbone. I watched how deeply entrenched they were. So much so that they could have been, you could actually fill them with water. And when I watched how that woman struggled with every single one of us, never has she ever went to another man to get money so that we could survive. But I remember, if it was the ackee tree for her to climb, she would climb the ackee tree. If it was to plant dasheen and dig it up and to cook it, she did all of that. And that is why, for me, um, that 4 years while my father was away, I can tell you, I learned that a woman is a million times more stronger than a man, a million times. The things that women bear, and that pushed me into wanting to do nothing but good. I wanted to be a man so fast to provide for my mother. So from that day until today, I have never ever stopped from trying and persevering and pushing. And I mean, I won't lie. And I was going through a whole lot in school. I was the kind of child who I came first in grade 1, first in grade 2. And I remember they put me over to grade 3 one day to do the exam for the grade 3 students. And I remember, I think I got about 96%. And I remember the teachers were talking, they were like, you see, he can't go to grade 3 because he already know everything. And then I went to grade 4, and it was as I went to grade 4, my father got sentenced. And after that, it was downhill, man. That thing affected me because I grew up seeing mommy and daddy, and it affected me tremendously, tremendously. But nevertheless, God has been there as the guiding force to my life. And I mean, I've also had the love and support of family members and church members and stuff, and good people, community members, good people. Even now in the community of Old Harbor, St. Catherine, I always tell people that when I go, if they should come to Old Harbor with me, they would think that I am the mayor of Old Harbor, and it is not even an exaggeration
You
or
have that
any means of
reputation.
cockiness, but I am well respected there. And I grew up, God gave me the talent to sing. And I mean, I used to sing at every funeral. I know every dead in a Old Harbor, every dead in a Clarendon. I sing at
Oh
every
my
funeral.
God.
I sing at funerals and weddings and stuff. And I mean, and just the bursting personality of Marvin Edgar. And I mean, life pushed, you grew, and I've tried so many things. I went to Northern Caribbean University, um, where I attempted to do religion and theology. I did 3 years, and then I realized that that really wasn't for me. So I
Okay.
left, I went to the Bahamas, there, I was there, and the journey, I must say, during the Bahamas was pretty rough because I just could not work. I could not get a job in the Bahamas, and for me, it was very testing for me. It was because I was never that kind of guy. I was always the guy who was doing something different. I mean, even in college, I didn't have any money. I walked into NC. I remember I walked into NCU, having got off of fasting and prayer. I walked into NCU, and I remember telling the lady that I don't have any money, but God sent me. And she laughed at me. She laughed, she laughed, she laughed, she laughed. And I remember another lady
Hold
who
on.
told me that it
She,
can't.
hold on. She must have cleaned the entire office for you to show
Yeah.
and say you don't have any money, but God send you. No, you can just. She had to clean the entire office with her clothes.
To be honest with you, that was one of my greatest test and proof of the fact that miracles do happen. I walked
Yes.
into an institution such as Northern Caribbean University with the same mindset. I don't know. There was just an aura over me after that fasting and prayer that led me to believe that God was totally in control, and He was. And I remember the lady who told me that school had started and that registration had stopped and they're not taking anybody. The same lady who told me that it couldn't happen was the same lady who God used to give me my acceptance letter 2 days later.
2 days
Two
later.
days later.
2 days.
2 days later.
All right. Okay.
And I use that as a motivating as a motivator rather for me to propel and push and persevere. And all through college, everybody at NCU remembered Marvin as the guy. I used to sing at this and do that and make people happy and clown around and sell panties. I used to sell panty and brassiere and
Yes.
perfume oil.
Hold on a moment.
And yes,
That
yes.
Marvin, wait. Hold on. Yes. Yeah,
I used to.
you mentioned that you used to sell panties as a means of
Yes,
getting financial support. No,
yes,
you're talking about someone going to NCU pursuing theology. Am I correct? And selling
yes, sir.
panties.
Yes,
And
yes,
selling
yes,
panties. How did that work out?
yes.
Tell us about that experience.
Well, I mean, even now, I still have some of the past security guards who call me Panty Pastor. They call me PP, Panty Pastor, because I was studying I was studying religion and theology. And of course, most persons who study that, actually branch off into being a pastor. So, but I didn't know that panty and brassiere could sell like hot bread. Hot bread. Woman buy panty left, right, and center. I would go to the female dormitory and I would leave it there secretly and go in the morning to collect my money. But I tell you something, that panty money, it fed a lot of students who did not have anything to eat. It
Oh
fed a
my
lot of
God.
people, and I would go downtown. Yeah, man, me used to take the bus, go downtown, buy me panty and brassiere, and come and go sell it. And then buy it by the dozen.
So
And
so
me,
so 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 hold on.
yes,
So when they found out, because this is very deep, like this really deep. Um, when they found out that you were selling panty for a living, as a future person, how did that work out? What was the feedback from the people?
I remember, let me tell you, I remember my dean, the dean of the department, religion and theology, called me Dr. Cleghorn, Newton Cleghorn, good man. And he called me, he said, Dr. Edgar, I heard that you're selling female garments. So I said to him, I said, Doc, it have a name, me sell panty and brassiere. He said, man, but you can't, that thing, you can't do that, man. I said, Doc, let me ask you something. I said, do you know how my rent is paid? Do you know how my school fee is paid? I said, do you even know if I'm going to sit the next exams because I have not yet paid my school fee? He said, well, I have 119 students. And I said, but 119 students don't have the same problems that I have. I said, Doc, let me tell you something. I said, would you rather the church sister go in the market and support the company's children than support them church brother? I said, they're going to go down there to buy the same female garments. I said, but wouldn't it be better for them to support their church brother? But, and then I never forget it. And man, we spoke, and then he said, come, let us pray about it and pray that stuff. Because I told him that, as much as I was doing it, it's not like I was walking around, advertising panty. I used to do it pretty secret because there were other persons there selling bun and cheese. There were people selling candy. But there was no money on sweetie. Me not sell no sweetie. Sweetie can't pay NCU.
Oh my God. Hold that thought. If you're just joining us, we are talking to Mr. Marvin Edgar, certified Forex trader and the CEO and founder of tradbyme.com, which is an institution, or I could say a school, where he teach worldwide to do Forex trading. And a lot of persons, out there have the wrong concept of Forex trading because they might even believe that it's a scam. But we probably will have to bring him back another time so he can even go deeper. But if you're just joining us, we're talking to Mr. Marvin Edgar. I think we'll bring him back another time so he can actually show you how it is done for the curious mind. Yes, Mr. Edgar. So the panty story.
Yes, I mean, but I was just trying to, not to be cynical or facetious or funny, but it is just, another black person, finding another way to hustle, in order to gain, a life.
Yes.
And I remember that, but I can tell you my experience at college. While being at college, I was sending money. I remember I had to help my father out of a situation. I had to help out of a situation while being in college from the same panty and perfume
From the same
that I used
panty
to sell.
sales. Yes.
From the same panty, but I'm not, as I said before, I am not trying to be facetious. I know I can come off a little bit funny because that's my personality, but it is the truth, and it's
that's
what
your
it is.
personality.
You know,
Yes.
you know, and right, but it was the reality, and it is what has led me to push, and never stop. Even in the Bahamas, I got frustrated, and one day I just decided, I told my wife at the time, I said, listen, me man, I'm going to just cook. And she left and she went to work, and when she came back, I bought pots and pans, and she thought I was joking. I have never cooked in my entire life. And as in, I mean, I could cook, but never cook on a broad scale where I'm going to sell people. And I decided, I just start jerk chicken. I never jerk a chicken for my bun.
Oh
And
my
can I
God.
tell you,
So
believe it or not, it was the best jerk chicken.
So you went from so you went from that, and you went. One of the things that I admire about you, Marvin, is your tenacity not to give up. And I'm sure that your story, you have hit rock bottom many times. And apart from your jovial, your jovial and your personality, a lot of persons may even misinterpret your very personality, but it is just who you are. That is one of the things that really, drawn me to you, because I'm saying that, this is somebody who have been in the gutters, you have been down in the valley, you know what it is to be in the valley and to see the floodwaters rolling over you, and having the ability to swim through all of that experience and still keep your head above the waters. And one of the key strengths that anybody could possess is possessing the tenacity to stay alive in the midst of your worst adversities. Yeah. So all right. So tell us a little about forex trading. You went to the Bahamas and you had another struggle there where you had some difficulties. But the forex trading came on stream. That was the forex trading your rescue? Was it the thing that light you out of the darkness?
Well, when I got introduced to a meeting from iMarkets Live at the time, IML, multi-level network marketing kind of company, and they were more stressing recruiting of people as opposed to whatever. But when I sort of got a glimpse as to what forex trading was, it was the first that I was being introduced to this thing, and I'm like, what? I can use my phone, and I just press sell or buy, and I make money from a market that at the time it was over 5.3 trillion US dollars per day. I was like, this thing is on my phone and me don't know about it. And I mean it I must say it was something that was mind blowing. I'm like, what? And I thought it was just too good to be true, but it was. It was really good and it was true, you know?
Yes,
And
it is.
I decided that for me, that was it. I lock up the grill. I never jerk another chicken after that. That was it. Because my reason for stopping also was not that I wasn't doing well with the chicken and stuff, but I did not have a business license. And although I was cooking from home, I was operating illegally in a foreign country. And I know that there were other persons who my name was all over the country now that my chicken was so good and oh, it melts in the mouth and all kind of stuff. And I mean, people were coming from everywhere. So you
Yes.
know that the other cook shops and the other people who are licensed and stuff, before long, they're gonna realize that the traffic is diverted elsewhere.
Yes,
And then the
and you're
Jamaican,
a Jamaican. I'm doing
but
jerk
me that
chicken, what the world
Jamaican.
loves, right? Mhm.
So me lock shop, me lock it because me not got no prison in a foreign.
Yes.
Me not got no prison, period. And God provided forex trading. And I must say that I saw where I could make a little money, made a little money, lose it, make little money, lose it, lose it, lose it. But I realized that I did not understand the concept. And God paved the way where I was able to actually get further education
Mhm.
and get further education. And I went to Market Traders Institute in Orlando. Well, it was online, but that is the institution, and paid a few $1,000s. And I grasped the depth and the core of what forex trading is all about. And my
Right.
eyes opened wide. And from then, I am now able to just sit comfortable with a Raymond Morgan and all these people, Shermark, Stephanie, all these people who are online right now. I
Hey,
was
yes.
able to, yeah, to basically, I see Akin Leader, I see a whole lot of my students are here, Mijin, Mr.
You
Nash, I
you
see a
show
whole lot of
off me.
persons. Can I tell you, a lot of my students are here and I am extremely, proud to know that I was able to persevere through all that time, and my life changed about 4 months ago. 4 months. When I did one of the biggest forex trading, because after I left the Bahamas, because I couldn't do an account, I left the Bahamas last year. I was in the States and I was able to open a bank account. I was able to finally get my own account where I could actually do trading on my own.
Mhm.
Because everything had to be in my wife's name and whatever in the Bahamas, because I just did not have a work permit, so I can't open not even a bank account. I had no life. I had no life, and I felt like I was drowning. It was a sad moment because I had kids, and then I had to be using my wife's money to buy my kids gifts. I had to be using my wife's money to buy my wife a gift. As a man, it felt terrible to know
I
that
can
your
definitely,
independence was shattered.
yes, I can definitely
And
identify with you on that aspect of feeling belittled and less of a man, because God created us as the head of the family. And when a man are not able to provide for his wife and family or girlfriend and children, it is a devastating experience.
it was really trying. And for me, knowing the kind of person I am, that I am personality galore. I mean, there is absolutely nothing that I can do. Don't watch this. I am the same guy who could right now go there and do construction, mix the mortar, throw it in the bucket and carry it. And me that.
And you
I
can
used
still
to
do it
burn
now.
coal. I remember I used to burn coal. Burn coal.
Hold on, hold on. Let us take a commercial break. If you're if you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Power Tower Talk Show, and we are talking with Mr. Marvin Edgar, the CEO of TradByMe.com, which is a forex trading institution. So if you want to learn forex trading, you can contact us at 419-8926, and trust me, this young man has the stuff. He knows what he's doing. Don't watch his personality and how he look like him an idiot and he have no sense. Trust me, he's deep, very deep. Yes, Mr. Edgar.
Yes, so I mean, I have to wrap up now though, but
Yes.
yeah, because I really have to go. I have, yeah, really. But I like
Yes.
these things, and I honestly had to be here for your program. Yes.
Yeah.
It's just that
quickly. As I said, I'm going to invite you back because you haven't
yes.
even touched on the aspect of the trading itself. You have been successful, and you are on it. If I can say, you are on your way to your financial freedom. If that is okay.
I am.
Yes, and I know that that's not something that's not something that you're gonna hide. So I know, because you are now teaching me to do the same thing in your institution. I am, yes, y'all, I am a part of this wonderful institution, and this man has allowed, he opened my eyes to the possibility to know that life, there can be many things out of life. You can create your own future out of forex trading. You don't even have to work for anyone. Once you become a competent trader, learn the market and know how to trade. All right. So just a little before you go, give us just a synopsis on your experience as to how the market, what was your first wow experience as a trader?
That's what I wanted to tell you.
Yes.
4 months ago, 4 months ago, I made 57,000 US dollars in 36 hours.
Hold on, wait, hold on. You're saying that you made 57,000 US dollars, and this is not scamming.
36 hours.
You went on a legal market with your own hard-earned money, and you made back $57,000.
Hard-earned.
Hard-earned.
Okay. Yes. And let me tell you something. For me, it was almost like a joke, because I don't love money. For me, I don't love money. I actually get it just because we need it. And I mean, I remember even some of the trades, some of the monies from that, I was losing it because I was still in the market, not coming out of the market and whatever. But it showed me that the path that I've been actually pushing to get to was finally there. And from that day until today, I can tell you this. Nobody can ever stop me apart from God. And the same joy that I have now that I found, and I now have still, and as it relates to forex trading and where we are and stuff, it's the same kind of joy that I want to transfer to every single Jamaican. Every single Jamaican. And my target audience are my Jamaican people. Love my Jamaican people. And I'm sick and tired of our Jamaicans just working till you're 65, 70, 80 years old, and then you just die. You start your life working and you die working. It has to stop. And that is why I'm going to be a motivating factor for the entire country. So, una mark me face. Because my Bob Marley sing, say, una go do a, una go tired, see me face. Yes.
Oh my God.
All right. But
Yes.
I wish I could actually stay here a little bit longer, Mr. Morgan. You'll have to contact me back. If it's even next week, I don't care. I'll be more than happy to come back and just shed some light, to our wonderful guests who comes to your platform. It's a beautiful platform. Kudos to you. It was a pleasure having met Mr. Sams, and to all the other distinguished guests. Marvin Edgar, it was a pleasure being here. I hope you gathered something from this. I see they're trying to call. I hope you all got something from this. Sorry, someone calling me, man. Yes. So, Mr. Morgan,
Yes.
thank you for being on the show, sir. Me have to go. Me have to
You-
run.
you're most welcome.
Bless you.
God bless you, and thank you
All right,
thank you
sir.
for coming. Be safe on the road. We're in a global pandemic, so take it easy, and we will talk. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and
Thank you.
gentlemen, you are watching the Power Tower Talk Show, where you talk and we listen, where you're empowered and motivated. And we have just concluded an interview with Mr. Marvin Edgar, the CEO for tradbymeme.com and at certified